Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about the wild episode 47 from Hirogaru Sky PreCure. Some answers and more questions. What the hell just happened? My jaw is on the floor, my mind. My mind is blown and my jaw is on the floor. I have no idea what I just watched. More stuff happening and more questions. Like they answer certain things and they ask more questions. Girl, I am shook with this episode. What a great episode this was. Loved it. There are two things that I feel like are very important for us to mention here. The first one is that this episode was written by Kingetsu Ryunosuke, who is the main writer from Hirogaru Sky, so that's a big thing. And this was animated, or the key animator of this episode was Mitsuru Aoyama, who is Mr. PreCure. This man has been working on PreCure since season 1. He is a PreCure legend. This man is, oh my god, he is part of the PreCure history. And he made PreCure history again today with this episode because this was crazy. Girl, this was crazy. So we have El-chan meeting with Elain right at the start of the episode. And it's very interesting because I was like wondering, is Elain or is she something else? And I mean, right now we can see she is Elain's creation. She has Elain's power on her and she was created by Elain's power herself. So Elain basically used her essence to create El. And what we knew about El is just reaffirmed here. She was given by Elain to El's parents and she had a mission. And right now we know why she was created. And it was very interesting because we have Sora and Mashiro. They already know Elain, but Tsubasa and Ageha, they didn't. And they interacted a bit with her. It was very funny. The way she talked about Tsubasa and the way she made Tsubasa feel very proud about himself. And the way she talked about Ageha as well. It was everything. And she called her the warrior of Age, the warrior of excitement, the fighter of excitement. And Age was like, ooh, I wouldn't imagine a legendary being saying Age. And she even did the Age pose. Kurinobu, I love you. And Kurinobu gave something special to El, and she gave her the power to grow up. And then, they start sharing some of the things. And now we learn more about what happened in the past with Underg Empire. So there was peace. And we even have Kai sitting, sharing presents with Kurinobu or with Elain in the past. What a cute moment. But suddenly, the communications between Skyland and Underg Empire stopped. And Elain did not know why it happened. She never knew. So, she grew up, she grew old, and sensing that something could go wrong at a certain point in history, she used her power to create the majestic Kurunikurun. And she also, it was very funny because this woman refused to die. She's like, no, I'm not going to die. I'm going to turn myself into a star using my power. I'm going to become a concept. I'm not going to die. And she didn't. She herself became the first star, the morning star. And she spent 300 years looking over Skyland. It seems that there was peace over this time, but she sensed 1 year before the events from Hirogaru Sky, she sensed that a surge of Underg energy started appearing, and she then created El because she knew that something could happen, and she created El specifically for this mission to protect Skyland. And so she bested upon this newborn baby her own powers, and the rest is Hirogaru history. And she then shares that now she is giving El the rest of her power, and she is going to cease to exist because she is giving everything that is left from her. And she's sharing this little bit of her story. We have some heartfelt moments, especially with El and Elain. It was very cute because, as I always say, I feel like Elle is a very well done character, very well written character, and it's nice to see her getting a little bit deeper in her emotions now that she has a little bit more of agency, because she's not only a baby anymore, she's now able to grow. And having those emotional moments, it was very cute. And also, another thing that I found very lovely was after Elain has simply disappeared, she became lots of shooting stars in the sky, and she asked for the people, the birds, and the dragons from Skyland to get along, which are the residents of Skyland. And it was very nice that she remembered the dragons. Oh, I forgot to mention another thing, because I was mentioning this about the dragons, which is Hirogaru is the narrative of Hirogaru Sky never forgets about itself. It's very good. And at the start of the episode, we see Elle with a little duck, which was adorable. And when she sees Elain, she doesn't know who Elain is. She gives the duck to Elain. Like, do you want to play with her? Just like me. Do you want to play with me? With our little doll? Remember that Elle did not like to share toys before. So it was very lovely seeing this growth of her character. Very adorable. Hirogaru Sky always hits on the right notes, baby. Always, always, always. And so we have some funny moments of grown-up Elle with her parents. Her mom says some very pretty and soft things to her. And then she gets hungry and she returns to being a baby. That was amazing. And then we see Skyland. And we now see that Kai Sitting stays in a specific thing that was created for her. And Underg energy is there, like feeding her. It seems that she can't stay out of that place. And Skarhead is ready to go and fight for her. And she does not want him to go. And he says, it doesn't matter that you don't want. I am going because that is the best way to protect you. And she does not care. She doesn't want the Cures to be defeated. She does not want the Cures to be slayed. What she really wants is to stay. Like, at the end of the day, it felt to me watching this, like what mattered the most to her was if she stayed with Skarhead. And I am liking this, because Skarhead is doing everything he can to destroy Skyland and destroy the Cures to protect Kai Sitting. At least that's what he says. Like, his end goal is to protect her because that is the one he loves. And on the other hand, Kai Sitting also wants Skarhead by her side, and I wonder, why fight? I mean, I do understand Skarhead's mind, and I also understand Kai Sitting's anger, but why don't you just stay together? I mean, they're in too far deep already, so, I don't think they can change that. But Skarhead goes to Skyland, and he starts using his dark energy, his Underg energy, to try and break Tsubasa's barrier. And so the Cures transform, and they start fighting. We have some interesting things about the fighting scene. One of them is the fact that Tsubasa believes in his barrier. Very nice. And they jump in, they transform, and they start fighting. They stop Skarhead. Skarhead creates lots of Landborgs, and all the Landborgs, they fight. The Cures help each other, and they end up finishing all the Landborgs. While they are fighting the Landborgs, Skarhead is trying to break the barrier, and the Azure Guards are trying to use the Kira energy to power them up. But Shalala does not let them. It says it's not the time for them to use it. I found that very cool, because if there is one thing that this season is doing right, is the powerful ones in this season are the Cures. They don't need help. They are strong. I mean, sometimes in very few moments of the season we had Shalala helping them once, and very little moments, little parts of the show. In general, the ones who stay and actually do the work are the Cures. And that's what they did in this episode. They did not need the Azure Guards to do anything. they could hold it on their own. They stopped Skarhead and they wanted to talk to him. They wanted to know what happened in the past for Kaiserling to feel so angry because everything seemed to finish so nicely. What happened? What is going on? And they kept on trying to talk to Skarhead. And Skarhead got the best of them at that moment. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Hirogaru Knights and I forgot the name of the attack, which is Cure Noble's attack is now inherited by Cure Majesty. She finally has a solo attack. I was so happy when I saw that. And that attack is so cool, creating that psychic dagger. I love it. The energy dagger. I love it. It was nice. But then Skarhead was able to capture Majesty and Sky, and he was ready to sacrifice himself to, basically kill himself so that he could hit them. And he did. But remember that present the Cure Noble gave Cure Majesty? She used here and she created a new technique, Majestic Veil. She was able to protect them from the attack from Under Empire. But Skarhead was hurt in the process and he was dead. And Cure Butterfly tried to heal him with the palette. Nothing could save him. He was gone. And that created this huge pain in Kaiserling. Obviously, he was all she had. And she had lots of feelings for him. We could see that in this episode. She broke free of that place that was feeding her. And now she quickly went to Skyland. And when she got there, the Cures asked her, the girls asked her, tell us what happened in the past. Why don't you want to tell us? And I thought that she was going to be very angry. She was going to get lost in Under Energy and become a monster and start fighting them. She actually told them, she was like, no way. Okay, do you want to talk? We are going to talk. You keep on saying all of your shit. The real thing is that Cure Noble killed my father. When I saw that, I was gagged. We saw the past. The past that was written in the Majestic Kurunikurun, which is Cure Noble's version of the story. In Cure Noble's version of the story, when she went to kill Kaiser, she hit Kaiserling. And by doing that, she told Kaiser to use his own power to heal instead of destruct. And he healed his daughter. Everything was at peace, and they noticed that war was not a good thing. That's what happened in the Majestic Kurunikurun version, in Cure Noble's version of the story. For Kaiserling, the story is different. Her father was killed by Cure Noble. That is why she's so angry. That's why she hates Skyland so much. And that's how the episode ends. They are all shocked with her version of the story. They know it's not the truth. But what is the truth? Was Cure Noble's version of the story the real one? I actually think it is. But for now, we don't really know. And next week, we're going to start the last battle of the show. Kaiserling is going to become this big thing. And we're going to start the last fight. So some of the things to consider here, which I find very important. The first one is the fact that we have two versions of the same story. And right now, what I believe is that Cure Noble's version is the real version. And something happened to Kaiserling. I believe she has false memories. Were those false memories important on her mind? Or did she create those false memories in her mind? I don't know. All I know is that I believe right now they are false memories. And also another thing, I think that Skarhead might be involved in what happened with Kaiserling. He might be the one who, messed with her memories. But if he did that, I truly believe that he did what he did because he thought that that was the best way to protect her. Not because he was trying to trick her intentionally, because he is tricking her. But he did not do that by thinking he wanted to trick her. He did that because he thought that that was the best way to protect her. Because I believe he truly loves her. And I believe she also loves him. I think that it's reciprocated, feelings that are reciprocated. But we get to another point. There is a big important moment here. For the whole season, we learned that for Underg Empire, strength is power. For them, what really matters is for them to be strong. And then we learned that Kaiser, the ruler of Underg Empire, had his philosophy, which was strength is power. But after the war with Skyland, he abided from that. He abode from that. Oh my God, what a hard word. He did not think like that anymore. He saw good in peace. He saw good in that. And now we see that Underg Empire returned to the old ways, and Skarhead still believes that strength is power. This is something that at the breaking point for the other villains, they changed their minds. The cures made them change their minds. Skarhead did not change his views, and his views are different than Kaiser's views. What happened? What is going on with Hirogaru Sky? I have no idea. All I know is that I am living. So my hero corner for episode 47 is Skarhead's death. I loved when he was dying, he was disappearing, and he was saying that everything he did was because he loved Kaisering. That is why I trust him. Not as in, I think he's doing something good. No, he's not. He is indeed tricking. He's doing something bad to Kaisering. But I really think that his messed up ways are like that because he believes that that is the best way to protect Kaisering. I don't know. I feel like Skarhead might be a very, very interesting character deep down. He seems to be a cruel villain. Yeah, he is. But I also think he is a very, very interesting character. Episode 47. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous episode. What a season we're watching, my friends. I am loving this. It's almost time to get wonderful. But for now, let's keep being heroic. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched Apple channel, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.